My name is Nate Bauer, a boxing coach, a former competitive fighter, and the creator of Boxing-Led Aesthetics. Now, again, every boxing combination you're about to see here is a starting point. I give you an accuracy, a difficulty, and power rating of each one of these boxing combinations. Just remember, guys, if you want to start ripping combinations like Mike Tyson, you need to first understand the basics of where professionals like him started. So, without further ado, let's get into combination number one. First up, we have the classic 1-2 punch, the jab cross. An amazing boxing combination because you're throwing two straight shots. You're allowing your body to really extend through the shoulders and torso. It was often used by the Klitschko brothers and they utilizes that really well because of their long reach. It's a phenomenal boxing combination for you to start with. You also want to be sure that you're not over-rotating that lead leg when you throw the jab. You're not over-rotating the hip. On that rear hip, when you throw it, you're not turning that hip in too much. It's a great way for you to practice lead to rear side rotation. Now, difficulty, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. It's not a hard punch to throw. The key point for this one is to be stable and strong, but still relaxed when you throw it. And again, you're just throwing the lead hand and the rear hand, so it's two straight punches. So it's an easy punch for you to learn. You just got to practice it a lot. In terms of accuracy, I do feel you can definitely be very accurate with the jab cross, but because you're throwing two straight punches, it tends to be very accurate. You typically will hit something. Now, power, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Again, it depends on how well you throw it, but even as a beginner, when you land that rear shot down the middle, it typically hurts because of the force coming behind that rear shot. Let's take it up a notch. Combo number 2, the 3-2 or the lead hook rear cross. This is an amazing combination because of the power involved in it and that strong rotational piece. When you throw this lead hook around the side like a thunderbolt, you can really follow through aggressively with this rear hand. The lead hook can go to the body for that liver shot or to the side of the head. It's a phenomenal combo for you to really feel a high level of energy. And the key here is really extending your body across without becoming too wide and sloppy to really nail down that strong rotational angle to get the most out of this 3-2, the lead hook rear cross. Now, a key point once again is keep your body nice and small when you throw this combination so that you're not going too wide. You're really transferring that energy from the front foot to the rear foot and the rear foot back forward again. It takes some control and some strong adaptation to that small body position to really do a good job of that. So stay focused. Difficulty, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Learning the lead hook, that side punch into a cross, that can change things up for you a little bit. So it's gonna take a minute for you to learn how to throw it. Practice it often because it is a tough combination to throw, even though it's only 2 punches. Accuracy, I give it a 5 out of 10 because you'll normally throw this combo off of something else or finish with the additional punches. It really is hard to land both the lead hook and the cross, so just focus on landing one of those big power shots. Power. I love this combination for power because, man, you can turn over into this. You see a lot of devastating lead hook, right hand knockouts. So in the beginning, don't think about throwing it hard. Think about throwing it with good technical ability. Power, I give it a 7 out of 10. Even in the beginning, that's a lot, but when you're really efficient with this combination, you'll see it definitely has knockout power. Now brace yourself for the vicious, the famous 1-2-3, the jab cross lead hook. As you snap out a lightning jab and you rip some heat with the right hand and you bring that vicious left hook across, that is the 1-2-3. It allows you to develop phenomenal rotational power. It's great to give you confidence in the ring and also helps you establish dominance in a 3-punch combination. As mentioned, it's a combination that shows a tremendous amount of confidence. So once you're able to throw a few of these in a row, it'll really start to feel like your boxing has elevated. That hook finish, again, can help you change angles so that you can get away from a combination or just get a different look at a different area so that you can throw another effective combo. One of the key things you have to really focus on is keeping this rear hand high as you throw the hook, because that's a very common beginner mistake. As you throw the hook, again, as that rear hand drops. So stay nice and focused and keep your balance strong on the 1-2-3, the jab cross lead hook. Difficulty is about a 6 out of 10, simply due to it being a 3-punch combination. You're learning to throw 2 straight punches, then adding in a hook. When you add in a bit of a different dimension, going from 2 straight punches to a lead hook, you do have to focus on balance and stability, so it can mess with your head a little bit. So just practice it often to take that difficulty level down. Accuracy is about a 5 out of 10. Truth of the matter is, when you're throwing a 3-punch combination, if you land 1 or even 2 of those punches, that's phenomenal. So I'm giving this a 5 out of 10 for that reason. You're typically not going to land that 3-punch combination, but just pick 1 punch to really focus on being very accurate, and then have to very quickly see where the holes are to continue punching with the rest of that combo. Power, 6 out of 10. Again, because you're not going to land all 3 typically, pick 1 punch to throw it really hard and just hope you hit them on the button. Hold on now. Number 4, we're working the 1-5-2, the jab, lead uppercut, rear cross. An explosive combination that hits your competition from all angles. When you throw that powerful jab and you come back with that strong, powerful uppercut and an explosive right hand through the middle, it really does change the dynamic of a sparring match or a fight. Even hand pads, the snap, crackle, pop of the 1-5-2 feels incredible, especially when you start to feel the flow. It really does increase your confidence and gives you a different look or a different tool in your tool belt because of the power of the 1-5-2, the jab, lead uppercut cross. What you want to do, you want to make sure is when you bring the jab back, boom, pop it up halfway back into the uppercut, the 1-5-2. You want to do that, especially if you don't have a lot of time to react, so you can set up that right hand. Also, you want to make sure you load the rear shoulder off of the uppercut to really extend the right hand through. It's a nice flow combination, but just keep in mind what your shoulders are doing so you execute it with a little more form and power. And once again, this combination is usually thrown from the inside or mid-range, depending on how well you execute that lead uppercut. Now, difficulty for this, I give it a 6 out of 10. Realistically, throwing 2 punches from the same side does require a little more concentration. It takes you, a little more practice, but after a while, you'll start to feel the flow of it. So take your time and just remember rotational positions of this. Focus on the shoulders to get the most of this combination. Now, accuracy, we're still going to work around 6 or a 7 out of 10 as well. The best way to land this combination is when your opponent is against the rope. It gives you more of an ability to trap them, especially to land that lead uppercut. Gervonta Davis, you probably saw that devastating lead uppercut knockout. That is the way that you want to throw it. Now, power, 7 out of 10 for sure. Again, thinking about that knockout, when you land a lead uppercut under the chin, it can be devastating. It's usually a good setup or creates a little bit of fear for you to land additional combinations. So power, 7, even an 8 out of 10 if you land that lead uppercut with the cross off of the jab. It's an awesome combination. All right, let's get into your 5th and final combination. This is it, combo number 5. One of my favorites, the 1-1-6, the double jab, rear uppercut. A devastating combination as you rapid fire those 2 jabs, stepping in, keeping your opponent off guard, defending, unable to see or guess that you're going to throw a rear uppercut. This combination, you want to make sure when you throw your jab, you have full range of motion. And then from here, you want to make sure that second jab comes in with more power to rotate through to land and fire that rear uppercut. The key to this one is you want to push your opponent to the ropes or to the corner to give you a better chance of landing that devastating, powerful rear uppercut. Key to this one is making sure your double jab is effective so that you're really causing a distraction so you can land that rear uppercut. So again, keep your hands up or in position. Don't throw the double jab with pulling your hands apart. Be strong with it. Again, you want to make sure you're not lifting your chin up when you're throwing your jabs or the rear uppercut, especially the uppercut, because when you throw it, remember, something's coming back at you. You're trying to take off someone's head. You're really trying to land that with power. They're definitely going to throw something back, so make sure you have the hands up or you slip and move after you throw that 1-1-6, the double jab, rear uppercut. And of course, this combination is usually thrown from the outside working in, and it works awesome to get your opponent on the ropes. Now, the difficulty on the jab, rear uppercut, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The reason being is it's not that easy to throw, but with a lot of practice, you typically pick this one up pretty quick. Again, take your time with it, take small steps, so it's not a hard one to learn with practice. Accuracy, we're working at about a 7 out of 10. Why I love this combination for a little higher level of accuracy is because if you can throw, if you're throwing the double jab rear uppercut, it's because you're confident. This is not the combination that you typically throw just kind of out of nowhere. You've been practicing or you've been boxing for long enough now that as a beginner, adding this to your repertoire of combinations, you're confident to do it. And typically, because it's 3 punches, you will land at least one of those shots. This combo, especially if it's against a rope, is thrown with bad intentions. Of course, with these 5 boxing combinations, every beginner should know, put them to the test, use them often, go through this video multiple times. Every time you do it, you'll see something a little bit different. Remember, Mike Tyson, Lomachenko, Terrance Crawford all started using these boxing combinations. Boxing's a universal sport. You typically start with the punches. We all build from them, and you just get better and better and better the more you practice the basics. If you want to level up your boxing, do these combinations often. Make sure you subscribe to the Nate Bauer Fitness YouTube channel, and I'll see you for the next video.